So a lot of you guys have asked me how is my experience in terms of content creation, and I tell you not, this is only just 6 months going full dive on this full-time content creation career. So I do have a lot of mixed feelings about it, but one thing I tell you is that I've never worked so much compared to my previous 9-to-5 job, and it's been split up between working hard, countless hours of creating videos for brands or even just for content on YouTube like this, and the feeling of reward because I was able to do what I love to do. I'm not making this video just to boast myself or look like I've made it. I'm making this video to show you guys a reality check, and let me tell you how's my experience with that coming from 0 to now over 100K followers combined with all my social media content. So let me tell you how I approach full-time content creation, just because each case that you see on YouTube can be very different, and I believe the financial aspect of full-time content creation is one of the most asked questions on how a YouTuber or a content creator did it. Before diving into full-time content creation, I decided to have 3 things I must do in order to jump safely. Most of the things that I have to do is about finance, and I do have some level of confidence that I can make good content if I just put my time and effort on it. But let me give you guys a heads up. Usually things doesn't go as planned. So let's go to another location. We're on to the next location. Let's start walking because the sun is about to go down, so maybe I do have 30 minutes to film. So yeah, moving forward with the 3 things that I must do to be able to do a full-time content creation career. So one of my goals is to actually have an emergency fund of at least 1 to 2 years of expense. So that way I'm not stressed. It will be a substantial amount of money, but I tell you, it will save you a lot of stress later on, just because going full-time content creation, you're not expecting to have a lot of income or even an income for the first 3 to 6 months. So the second thing on my list here is to plan out and find sources of income that is possible to mitigate some of that monthly expenses later on. I think finance in terms of full-time content creation is a really big thing, and a lot of people end up not jumping into that kind of career path just because of financial instability. Once you see your savings goes down, that's when the mental battle starts. So for the third thing that I set as a goal is to remove unnecessary debt such as credit card, personal loans, line of credit, car payment. So basically remove any type of debt that can sabotage your plan later on, which actually didn't go as planned. So let me tell you about it. Let's change location. So yeah, I completed the list. I have 1 year of expenses saved up. For my recurring income, I plan on taking client work, brand deals, weddings. And for the third thing, I wasn't able to accomplish it because I got into a car accident, which completely sets me back to start because I have to get another car for work, my insurance went up, and I had to take another debt for this car. So I got this Honda Civic hatchback 2019 for its reliability and the amount of space that you can put in the back, and at the same time, it looks good. So I decided to get this car because at that time, all the cars in the market are so inflated. Even those that are considered beat up cars, their prices are quite high. So I told myself, why not just get a decent car and just suck it up? So it was definitely unexpected, and so I had to wait another year just to recover financially. So after contemplating and questioning myself for months and months, in October 2023, I finally told my boss that I'm quitting to pursue this career path. Because how long will I have to wait to take this risk? And I certainly don't want regret in my life. So I'd rather take risk now before even having more responsibility later on. So I would recommend for those who want to start content creation, make sure to have a plan in place. And if it didn't go as you thought it would be, still take the risk anyways. Because if we wait till we're ready, we're probably gonna end up waiting for the rest of our lives. And I also think God plays a big role in my journey, and that is why I keep pushing through uncertainties. So to start off my 2024 as a content creator, I had little to no influence whatsoever. I had less than 2,000 followers on Instagram. For my TikTok, I have roughly around 400 followers. This YouTube channel had a little over 1,000 subscribers. And on Facebook, if it matters, I had 2,800 followers. Talk about risk taking. But let me tell you, Social media plays a huge part in success, but not everything. Because I would have not gotten those brand deals and client projects without you guys. And I have to do good work with my content because that is the very reason you guys subscribe and listen to the things I publish in all my platforms. So before I continue with my experience, let me tell you about the sponsor of this video, Motion Array, because they're the ones who continue to support my career and provide bread and butter on the table. So just hear me out on this. If you're looking for a platform that provides almost everything, such as video templates, presets, motion graphics, music, sound effects, and a lot more for your business, I think Motion Array is the way to go. I've been using them for a while now, and the amount of investment you spend versus the value it provides for your client is definitely worth it. They have a massive library for you to choose from, and it's basically a drag and drop process, or you can get very technical if you want to. They've also teamed up with Matt Voice, a UK-based animator with his kinetic typography and motion graphics exclusively made for Motion Array community. He worked with some of the biggest brands such as Disney+, Netflix, Adobe, Pepsi, Nike, and a lot more. It doesn't matter if you're using Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, or DaVinci Resolve, Motion Array supports those platforms, so you have no problem integrating it. They have the best assets for content creation such as titles, lower thirds, and graphics, basically everything that you need to produce a professional video. So head to motionarray.com or click the link in the description below to get $50 off. Thanks again, Motion Array, for sponsoring this video, and now let's continue with the first month of being a content creator. So at the start of January, I had to go back to Philippines for my brother's wedding and at the same time have a vacation so that I have a little bit of a break from work. But I tell you not, this is where my journey started to shift unexpectedly because it literally jump-started my content creation to a different level. If you saw these videos on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or here on YouTube, those videos went nuts. One video I published before going back to Philippines went over 1 million views and have over 100,000 likes, which was crazy at that time. And I gained a little over 10K followers with just that one video. So 1 month after my trip, I went ahead and produced 7 more videos. And as expected, 2 of them went over 3 million views and the others are a little shy of under 1 million views, which was more than I could ask for. And what I'm saying is it usually doesn't go as planned, but planning is very important because it gives backbone to your journey and it shows where exactly you want to be. So by February and March, I really got motivated into creating more videos and establishing my brand. So if you've been following me, that is why you started seeing a lot of product videos and collaborations from brands so I can finally equip my new studio. So by those months, people and brands started reaching out and following me, which was crazy. I even screenshotted them because I'm like, I can't believe this because I haven't fully felt the impact of these videos to my journey. And I do have a lot of following, but I don't feel it yet. Like my friends were like, hey man, you're popping off, your videos are good. And brands are like, hey, would you be able to do this, showcase our product? And I actually started doing paid collaborations and sponsorship just because this has become my reoccurring income, which was the best case scenario for this journey. And within those months, I also completed my first digital product, which are video LUTs, which I currently sell, shameless plug, and it will be 40% off as of today. So grab your copies if you want instant color grading on your footages. Link in the description below. And lastly, I established some affiliate accounts so that it can fill up as my audience grows. So if you're curious about my gears, link in the description below. So these are my affiliate links. It doesn't cost you extra, but help me in this journey. So in April, May, and June was probably one of the busiest times I've had so far because brand deals are piling up and I decided to move and rent to a new place and establish my studio because I know that my previous place was small and if I really need to scale this up and be more efficient, I needed a larger space, which can be subjective. So just to be transparent on how much I made per month 6 months in the journey, I'll have to break it down for you guys. I got it listed here. So for January was definitely 0. Following up with February was $8.53. On March, it started to pick up. It's $1,638. For April, it started to scale up, which was $4,663. For May was definitely the peak, which was $11,586. For June, it went down to $5,426. And for July, I had $3,591. This was way better than I initially planned because I'm just starting out, and to be honest, I'm not even expecting some sort of income in the first 6 or even 12 months. And I also understand that income will fluctuate because content creation is technically running a business. So far, this has been quite rewarding and it turned out better financially, but there are definitely existing struggles I have right now because there's always a trade-off doing overwork, and lately I've been feeling burnt out, struggling to create and find new ideas on the table because I haven't done passion projects for a while. I've been constantly worrying financially for I don't know why. Definitely life and work balance is a real issue, and internal pressures from the goals I set for this year. With the burnout, it started to creep in around May because all the things I have to do are all in the same month. And that goes with June and July as well. So for 3 months, I was on a very tight deadline, plus moving and then renovation, and I was quite mentally drained. My anxiety went up because of all the deadlines and so forth. One thing that will definitely solve this is to establish a system to be more efficient while not saying yes to every opportunity that comes up, because don't get me wrong, opportunities are good, but sometimes it can act as a distraction to what you're really aiming for. And you have to know how much you can take so you're not overwhelmed with deadlines. Don't be like me, basically. Also, for the new studio, I only finished 1/3 of it to keep my content creation running, but hopefully I can finish the basement by the end of September. Another struggle is to find and create new ideas for content, which is pretty hard because everyone has done a topic at some point in time. And so it's a constant struggle for all creators, and sometimes you just have to publish it even if 10 people have already made a video about it. Another struggle I have is life and work balance, which I believe is correlated to financial worries, because think about it, content creators are basically entrepreneurs because it's up to them on how much they sacrifice between life and work so that they gain more financial freedom. This is definitely my case starting out headfirst. I'm only 6 months into this and I still have a lot to learn and walls to tear down so I can be my full potential while putting boundaries on what is work and how can I enjoy my life at the same time. And let me tell you, I'm definitely gaining a lot of mental endurance this year, but I do recommend to take some time off, go out there, spend some time with your family and friends without feeling guilty for not being productive. But overall, my experience of being a full-time content creator for 6 months has been quite rewarding because of the new people and companies I started working with, and to those who got inspired and motivated by my videos, it's definitely fulfilling. Creating content for the sake of pushing out videos every day or every week or every 2 weeks is definitely exhausting if you don't know how to put brakes on your project, or if you end up rushing things out, you'll definitely burn out. But all I can say is that I have no regret pursuing this, and I'm definitely happy and in a better place than before because I want to grow. And I want to become my full potential, so I understand that struggles will always be there no matter what I do. The only question is it worthwhile? Will I regret not doing it? Or will you regret not doing it? So hopefully this video provided you some sort of value and insight. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social medias. Hit the like button if you find this video helpful. Oh, actually comment down below of what you've been wanting to do and what's your plan about it. And as always, have a great day, stay faithful, and here are some of my videos if you want to check my channel. Peace out. Ugh.